A traditional briefing on updates from ATO in the east of Ukraine. Colonel Lysenko, who's a spokesperson from National Defense and Security Council. Good afternoon, dear colleagues. Today, during the statement in the Cabinet of Ministers of Ukraine, President of Ukraine stated about the regrouping of Ukrainian armed forces, National Guards and Border Guards, but not for attack and offense, but to efficiently defend our territory. He underlined that now we've just finished the third wave of partial mobilization. The President told that 3 shifts work of defense enterprises of Ukraine that was introduced during the last weeks helps to provide about 30 units of armed vehicles to our armed forces. Commenting the situation in the east of Ukraine, he told if on the border with Russia and on the line of fight with gunmen, we cannot live without a line of monogame. We can build such fortifications, even more powerful, taken into the experience. It's about broad defense with systems of rocket system and communication and clear participation of all who work on the defense line. He signed the President signed the law on the sanctions. By the document, there is a mechanism of immediate reaction to potential threats to national defense and security of Ukraine, including attacks of other countries or units, refugees, exploitation of property on the territory of Ukraine, and damaging assets and putting obstacles for economy and the realization of threat to rights of Ukrainians. Other limitations and sanctions can be used by Ukraine to a foreign state, legally or legal physical entities, foreigners or people without citizenship, and also subjects of that commit terroristic actions and other means could be used to defend. As to military activities in the ATO area, by 3 o'clock in the ATO area, parties keep the ceasefire mode. There are no shelling, and during soldiers from Lysenko arrested 2 military men from Russian Federation who are suspected in the use of anti-aircraft manpads, and they used against the armed forces, Air Force of Ukraine. Now they check those are people who had to leave ATO area and to move to other regions of Ukraine. SBU is working on that, and they check the possible participation in terrorist organizations. So, only after they examined Berdiansky district from in Zaporizhia region, they found about 20 wounded gunmen from terrorist organization, the DNR and LNR. SBU also arrested in form of terrorists who collected information about the location of armed forces of Ukraine and National Guards. And he had a map and with marks where we had checkpoints, and there are some other evidence that of his criminal activity. As to the situation in the area of the conflict in this Antrasit and Krasnaya Lucha in the Luhansk region, terrorist campaign to involve people from these territories to enter illegal armed groups. And after lunch, military men captured the office of Hockey Club Donbass in Donetsk, address Pushkin Avenue 7B. Ukrainian rescue groups, together with the Red Cross of Ukraine, delivered to IDPs from the east assistance from the UN 5,500 hygiene sets, and the load was delivered to Western Ukraine and then to Poltava, where IDPs live. Also, a part of that cargo was delivered to Luhansk region, to Swatovo, Lysychansk, and Shestya. In general, since July 6 this year, to the east of Ukraine, rescue groups delivered 2,000 tons of humanitarian aid. First of all, it's food and rations, drinking water, first hygiene items, clothing, and medicine. Ukraine cooperates with international organizations that also provide humanitarian aid to Ukrainians, and rescue groups deliver those cargoes to different regions. Deputy of Official Representative of the UN Secretary General Farhan Haq announced that the mission of monitors of UN will work in Ukraine until December 15. The mission, which keeps an eye of violation, monitors violation of human rights in Donetsk and Luhansk region, prepared 4 reports to the Security Council. Chancellor of German Chancellor Angela Merkel supports the new package of sanctions against Russia. Sanctions will be introduced as right away after official publication that must be made public very soon. Angela Merkel told that situation in Ukraine improved, but the clearness as to compliance with a peaceful plan, there is no such a Two questions. Do you know anything about that massive transportation of 200 cargo by Russian trucks from Ukraine to Russia, and the situation in Debaltseve? Is it true that there is information that local people are trying to leave the city and they expect there would be an attack of Russian troops and gunmen? As to cargo 200 killed citizens of Russia on the territory of Ukraine, that information was we received that information several days ago, and they used trucks in white color, and as if it was a part of a humanitarian convoy. During this day, we don't have information about such a cargo during this day. As to Debaltseve, the situation there is tense, but there is no active battle. Ukrainian military men hold positions for locals. We provide all information they need to know, just for them to understand if there is a need to leave. They are provided with this opportunity. Nobody is kept there. If there's a threat, everybody is warned, and military men, our military men take care of that. How can they leave?
The opportunity to fly out from Debaltseve is provided via private vehicles. People submit their requests to the local authorities in Debaltseve, and when the military servicemen have these requests, they try to organize these private vehicles for transportation. My question is about military preparations around Novazov, about special regime for civil population in Novazovsk and near Mariupol. What was the prediction, and what do you expect to have? We have introduced this special regime because we observed the high concentration of Russian troops, and in order to prevent any unexpected situations and in order to preserve lives of civil population, we have introduced this special regime for civil population, for their safety and security, And also, the special regime was introduced in order to prevent any leakage of information about reinforced positions of Ukrainian troops to the terrorists. These were the main reasons why the special regime was introduced, and specifically we control any video recording, any attempts to shoot, to make video shooting or recording and transfer of information which could be used for military aggression. Do we have further questions? We do not have further questions. Thank you very much. Our working day is over, and tomorrow the SND's briefing will be at 12:30. Thank you.